What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jim is back with another YouTube video, and in today's video, as you can see by the title and what we've got up right here, I'm gonna be showing you guys what I've calculated, like what you'd be able to do with the MyPlayer builder in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. But before I get into all the details and stuff like that, I do want to show y'all, like, or explain y'all how I got this information and what I did to get it, rather. So this isn't completely accurate just because they didn't fully max out the build. They didn't put all the attributes on there, and there's nowhere that says you have like 20 attribute points left, which they either purposefully left out or it's just not going to be in the game in the first place anyway. But yeah, it says 94 overall out of 95, and if you look, when they're adding attribute points on there, your overall goes up. So I went through and I counted. Don't make fun of me because I'm really bored right now. I literally have nothing to do, so I went and did this. But I went through and counted how many attribute points they spent on this build at the end, and it came out to around 930 attribute points. And I'm estimating that in order to get from the 94 to 95, aka spend the rest of your attribute points, it would be like you'd get up to 980 or 990 total attribute points instead of 930. But I could be wrong, so in my little not sketch, but in my little thing, I decided to just go with the 94, and then you can leave it up to your imagination what you do with the rest of those 50 points if we end up getting them, which would be great because this build's already a demigod if you look at it. It's like a play shot, but insanely good dunking and pretty decent defense as well, so it's kind of weird. The one thing that I don't like so far is badges. But once again, this really isn't accurate. But it's not fully accurate. The shooting is the most accurate thing on this whole. Like, this is completely accurate. Here, I'll show you guys where I got the shooting stuff from. I think here I went and slowed down the video and went to where he had put 94, 95, and then went up to 60. And so that's how I got that information. I actually messed up and put 95 on that instead of 94. But yeah, you get 20 shooting badges with this build, 94, 95, and then 60 free throw. That's exactly as I have it right here. Except for I have the 95 right here. Here, I'll zoom in and show you guys all the attributes, actually, just because it might be a little bit blurry. And I'll go down through them. So we've got 95. You can do, and again, this is just a hypothetical. You don't have to do this build or whatever, but it's just what you could do with your attribute points, because the build they're showing right here, it's ass. Like, it doesn't help anybody see what you'll be able to do, because they don't actually make a good build. Like, why would anybody do all this stuff? It's dumb. And yeah, like, so I was like, all right, let me show people what you'd be able to do with all these attribute points. So you can do 95 driving layup, 95 driving dunk, change this to 94 mid-range shot, 95 3-point, 60 free throw, 95 pass accuracy, 90 ball handle, 86 speed with ball, 95 perimeter, 95 steal, and then 90 speed, 86 acceleration, 70 vertical, and 95 stamina. Now, once the game actually comes out, I'm probably going to put some into strength. Like, whatever those extra points are to get to 95, that's going to go into strength. But this is probably something that I would build once the game comes out. I'm obviously going to spend a few hours in the builder making stuff, but this is something I'd do. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. And then the badges, the way I calculated, or not calculated, but the way I guessed for that was I just went and looked, like, again, I slowed down the video and just watched when they were upgrading the badges and guessed, because like they have 11 while doing all that. Here, let me back it up. Actually, they have 3 with this, but I was like, there's no way that if you max out 2 categories, you're definitely going to get around at least 6, because if you look at the shooting, I know there's more categories here, but if you look at the shooting, you get, I think it's like 13 when you max out 2 categories. Let me just play it. Let's see. Yeah, you get 13 when maxing out 2 categories. So you're gonna at least get 6 from maxing out 2 on the finishing. So this is all like a minimum thing for badge points and stuff. So I think you'd get a minimum of 15 playmaking badge points from doing this, but you're definitely going to get around 20. There's no way you maxing out all of your playmaking stats and you only get 15 badge points. You're definitely going to get around 20. And then for the 6 defending, I'm assuming you'll get around 8 for maxing out 2 categories in this, but again, I'm not sure, so I decided to just like put the minimum I think it'd be. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see the stats a little bit more, and you can pause it if you want. read whatever you want. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll answer them as best as I can. And as you can see, this is a 6'5" point guard type build, I'm assuming. 205 weight, and when you lower your weight, you'll probably be able to get a higher max speed and stuff like that. And wingspan too. I don't know how short or how small or long 6'10" is compared to current gen, so I don't know if this is like medium, and if you lower it, you'll be able to get 95 ball handle or whatever. But yeah, again, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I just wanted to show you guys what I've been working on real quick, and also to help you all get a little bit of an understanding what builds might be looking like on next gen. Because again, this is trash. Nobody's gonna make a build like this bullshit. You'll see. Yeah, that no one's gonna make this. So just wanted to help you guys out. But yeah, that's gonna be the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.